like to call the Thursday, January 16th Board of Education meeting to order at 7 o'clock p.m. Roll call.
Chairman Papa Holzer.
Here.
Vice Chair Candelora.
Here.
Secretary Sienna. Jana Balsamo.
Here.
Vincent Mace.
Here.
Marcy Anafrio.
Here.
Cynthia Rice.
Here. Can we salute the flag, please? I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Visitors? No? Student representatives?
On December 18th, Mrs. Oshmiller organized a field trip to the Yale British Art Center as a part of the 9th grade English class experience. Visual literacy has continued as a focus with students participating in specific learning activities prior to attending the trip and while on site.
The NBHS T-Bird News provided the annual holiday edition on December 20th. The video production classes provide approximately 2 to 3 shows per month that are viewed during scheduled advisory time. Typical shows are 9 to 12 minutes and include timely news items about the school, upcoming academic and co-curricular events, and public service announcements focusing upon the PBIS attributes.
7 members of the NBHS music program participated in the Southern Regional Festival on January 10th and January 11th at Platt Tech High School. The prestigious event includes the best of the best from the southern portion of the state of Connecticut.
Seniors are continuing with their required capstone project that focuses on career exploration. Each student begins the project during their junior year. Many students completed their approved volunteer hours, shadowing an off-site mentor during the summer prior to senior year. Seniors are required to complete reflective journal entries based upon prompts provided, write a reflective essay, and complete a mini presentation during the spring.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I am very impressed with the.
Back and forth, yeah.
Yeah, it was nice.
Very well done.
Thank you.
You're like news anchors. You know, they go back and forth, but you did it without a prompter.
Are you both in midterms?
Yeah.
Do you want to go study?
A little bit.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Okay, can I have a motion for the minutes?
I'll make the motion to approve the minutes of the December 19th, 2019 Board of Education meeting as submitted.
Second.
Discussion? Roll call approval?
Chairman Papa Holzer.
Abstain?
Vice Chair Candelora.
Yes.
Jana Balsamo.
Yes.
Vincent Mace.
Yes.
Marcy Anafrio.
Yes.
Cynthia Rice.
Yes.
Resignations. The superintendent has received a resignation from Kendall Manguli, school psychologist at Jerome Harrison Elementary School, effective February 2nd, 2020. Can I have a motion, please?
So moved.
All in favor?
Need a second.
Oh, do I need a second?
Second.
Thanks. All in favor?
Aye.
Thanks. Sorry. There's no appointments at this time. There's no leaves at this time. Superintendent's report.
Thank you. In your packet under Exhibit C, you have the open choice numbers, enrollment, and students that will be graduating this year, and I provide an update each year when we review our open seats. And as you recall, we'd approved 26 seats for the 19-20 school year. 20 of the 26 seats will be filled by returning students, which means that we have 6 openings, which I'd like to fill. I have put the grade levels that they would be coming in with the largest number 3 starting as freshmen in the high school. So at this time, I'm recommending that we continue with that number of 26 and moving forward for next year.
I'd like to make a motion. The Board of Education endorses open choice, is that one?
Yeah.
For
Yes.
2020-2021 school year, with its continuation of 26 seats.
Second.
Discussion?
For the open choice, the one thing I would like to add to that is I would like to make sure that the money that we are receiving from the open choice goes into a curriculum, because I think these children are coming into our school system for the education. So I think if there's any way, I know Tracy does a lot of grant rating and everything, if there's any way maybe we can somehow help her with that and do it that way.
Point of order, that's out of order. That's not an amendment to the thing. The motion is to accept 26 and we continue it.
Isn't this the F or not? Is that a separate one?
No.
It's under F,
It's under up.
Yeah.
So,
but it's.
We're
that's not-
asking for the acceptance of 26
Right,
students.
we're not asking
If
for
you're
the money.
supporting that, the use of the
so
money and
this
what we do with
motion-
it is not
yeah, so the motion is
relevant.
going to accept the 26 seats, and then what we can discuss during budget next Thursday
Yep.
is how to use that money, and I think that's the right way to go.
Correct.
Yeah, that's
Okay?
right, that's the correct way.
Correct.
Okay, so let's have a roll call on the acceptance of the seats. Yes?
Yeah.
Okay, yes?
Yep.
Okay,
Chairman Papaholter,
yes.
Vice Chair Candelora,
Yes.
Janet Balsamo,
Yes.
Vincent Mace,
Yes,
Marcy Anafrio,
Yes.
Cynthia Rice.
Yes.
Okay, we had a meeting this afternoon with Rusty Malik for the high school renovation. We looked at the three potential possibilities for the site with a renovate as new, a hybrid renovation, and then a new school. So they gathered more information and are going to present at the February board meeting. So they will be on the agenda in February to come back. You've already had one presentation from Rusty Malik. And he'll have hard numbers to look at for those three options. So we gave him current updates on some of the things at the high school that we've been dealing with, as you are aware, with some of the clogged drains and plumbing issues, which would then play into that conversation when you look at rectifying those with either a renewal or a build. So we'll have a pretty good idea of where we're at right now. We're looking to obviously get to the council after that meeting next month. We would present, Rusty would present and go through what he's going to do here with the board. Moving forward to the spring, if it was pushed through to referendum, we would have a meeting close to that date in the auditorium. We would get all the parents out to see our plan and look at what we're looking to do, and then the vote would go out to the public.
Okay.
So things are moving along.
Can we go back to agenda item E, Scott, the ACES educational? I think we skipped it.
Oh, ECA,
Yep,
number E.
number E.
Or letter E, excuse me.
Letter E, we can call it number E.
Let's call it
There's
letter
name.
E.
Letter E.
Okay, I don't have a motion there for you, but we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 seats that are currently being filled right now. There are no seniors graduating, so it would be those 7 students going back next year. I do not have a motion out
I can make a motion.
for that.
So are we just making a motion to keep those 7 seats, not adding additional seats for new?
Well, Mr. O'Rourke is not here. I believe we had 2 students that were interested.
Yes, and we're going to ask that you budget for 10 students. That is what we've been doing in the past.
So it's been 10. Okay.
10, and then if 3 do not come from the middle school, then obviously it would only be the money that, so tuition goes up to 5,470 students next year, $5,470 per student.
And what was it this year?
I don't know what it was this year, to be honest with you. It was like, I want to say 3% less.
I want to say it was 4,800.
48.
48 or 4,900.
And it's 45,000, how much?
5,470 for next year.
I didn't think we always budgeted for 10, did we?
Yes, we had it used to be 12.
We
and
cut
And we
it
cut
back.
it down to 10?
And then, but we only are paying for 7.
Well, no,
But then we'll have
if we
that there.
don't, If they don't go, we don't pay for
Right, but I'm saying right now we currently only have 7.
7.
And all 7 should be returning, so in order to make space for any 8th graders that would like to go, we would have to at least budget for more than 7. We already have 2 currently interested, so the 10 would give us a possibility of 1 more being in only January.
Do we have to do that today, or can we get,
When's the commitment
It's
for
they-
paces?
because I just want to see what the
February.
interest is from
We
the
can.
middle school.
So what I'll do is I'll send you the last year's price, the number of seats that we had, the current price,
Okay.
and then you'll have all of it.
And can we get the number of students interested from Mr. O'Rourke?
There are 2 right now. I sent an email to him and he responded January
He did
6th.
respond with 2.
He did, he said there's 2.
As of this moment, the number is 2, and that was on January 6th. So we have an idea that that's,
So
where we're
why
at.
would we budget for 10 and not 9 if the deadline is coming?
Well, if there was a high school student that wanted to get in, if you want to stay with that same number,
Yeah, but there,
I don't want money
What
just
you're
sitting there, that's what I'm
well,
saying, like,
if
you
we
know what I
don't,
mean?
right. I mean, we can cut it to 9. It's not for sure that those 2 will end up going.
I know,
They've
I just
said-
don't want money sitting there, so we're
At the
moving
time the
on.
budget's done, where you can still make adjustments.
Let me find out what the deadline date is from
Find out what the
ACES,
deadline
so
is,
then we can-
yeah, and then we can, because we're going into budget now, so it's kind of good timing, like, we don't have to decide today, but we
Yeah,
can,
we can call over and say,
Yeah.
when do you need
if that's all right.
a deadline number? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so that was
And
ECA.
just one on the communications, the TVS one was from November, where all the other ones were December or January, so I don't know if that was just a mishap in the,
Say that again, please.
so back on communications for Exhibit B, the briefs.
Oh, board briefs, okay.
Yeah, the brief for TVS was just, what was it?
November of 19.
November 2019.
Is that wrong? It's January, it's titled wrong?
Because all the.
Everything's November in there.
November, yeah.
Yeah, we already read that one.
Dr. Wells thought they were so intriguing, he wanted to put them in again.
I know, I was like,
All right.
oh, huh.
Can you send to January? All right. Send it again. A lot of good stuff going on there. Okay, negotiation, Keller's, we're committee reports.
Yep. So negotiations,
We're going to go into executive session and we'll discuss the pending contract for the teachers.
okay. Budget operations, Martha, do you wanna?
Sure. So we just met prior to this meeting and we reviewed the budget report. Mostly discussed all the changes that are happening with account numbers and descriptions for clarity and transparency. Also, we are in the process of reviewing our copier contract, and we are working with a company that is on the state contract bid list, so that they did a walkthrough yesterday, and we're looking at getting better machines for reduced cost. And of course, I'm working through my first budget process, so that's taking up some time. And I believe our next budget meeting, or our first budget meeting is next Thursday night.
next Thursday night, 6 o'clock here,
So I just want to echo
in case anybody at home has nothing to do.
the teamwork between the administrative team and in Martha's office has been excellent. Martha's been able to get out and visit all schools and walk through the new processes that are in place right now. We're trying to streamline, be more efficient, be more transparent. Moving forward, we've shared a lot of that information over the last couple of months of some of the changes, and I want to thank Martha for being extremely patient through this process, because it's a great deal of work to get us up to where we need to be. So.
Yeah, Martha, I think that you're gonna see huge gains, just with communication and how town council, receives the Board of Ed. I think you're gonna see a nice kind of relationship building as they can see where money is, and it'll be just so much more transparent and clear. So I definitely see budgets moving in the right direction.
Good.
It's so nice. Okay. Curriculum, there was no meeting. Pension, there was no meeting. Policy,
We emailed our representative from Shipment. He is going to update and send us any new policies that will be under review. We're also going to add, per conversation, our purchasing policy there.
what policy number is it?
It's the 7,000 series.
Yeah, 7,000. It's
7320. So we'll pass it around to you, and we will look for a review and edit on this. This was
Yeah.
revised in 13.
Yeah, so it's due.
So that will be one of the ones that will come back. And we will reach out, I will reach out to Beth and Vince for a meeting once I get those back. And we will set a time to review before we bring to you next month.
Yeah, perfect.
Okay?
All right. ACES?
Let's see, we received our audit for fiscal year ending June 2019 to review. We had a presentation by the RN who's in charge of all the schools. There's 9 schools, 2,012 students, 14 RNs, and 1 LPN. And she presented on a lot of the difficulties and jobs that they do in their building, and also the difficulties of filling, having substitutes. We went over some issues with salaries, trying to get qualified people to work in these buildings. We're talking about, like, they're doing major things. They're feeding tubes and restraints and referrals to DCF, and did I say that right? DCF? Yeah. So it was very interesting because I wasn't, aware to that extent of what they do. And then the rest of the meeting was pretty much basic. We had, the human resources report, curriculum report, early Head Start report, and the fiscal report, and there was nothing unusual or different.
The nursing shortage that trickles down to
Yes.
every district as well. We work with a sub-service, and it's really a challenge when we have a nurse out for extended time over a day to get a sub in.
Yeah, a lot of the
So,
districts,
sure.
that are at the table were just like all talking about how difficult it is to have substitute RNs or even hiring qualified RNs. So there's a nursing shortage, and then the pay of the school and what you expect them to do. It's a lot. So it was very interesting.
Big push for our RNs up there. It's
Yeah.
those RNs that we know, and great profession, great opportunity.
Okay, building committee?
No meeting.
Nothing? Communications, no meeting, calendar, no meeting, wellness, Cindy, was there a meeting?
The next meeting is February 4th
Okay.
at 2:30 at NBIS.
Okay. New business. Go to the board. Well, I've been going to lots of basketball games, and we're having great seasons at both the middle school and the high school, so it's really fun to watch the kids. And I went to the football banquet last night, and don't think I'm, doing this for no reason. I obviously have kids on these teams, but they're really well done, and from the athletic director to the coaches to the kids, it's really well received, and athletics are really an important part of our school. And I understand there was recently a play, because one of my kids went to that. Is that like a month ago that happened? I can't even remember.
The middle school?
The middle school play, thank you. My kids went to
Right.
that and they loved it, so.
Yeah, they do a great job.
Yeah, they did a really nice job there. So I didn't see that with my own eyes, but I definitely got positive feedback from that, so.
Great.
And I know my son went on the trip to the British Art Museum, and he enjoyed that a lot, so it was very well.
Is that the first time the high schoolers went to Yale Center for British Arts?
No, we've done that for a number of years. In fact, Mrs. Dara had started
Right.
that
She started at the high school?
when she would coordinate with folks at the high school. Yeah.
I think that's great. I went on one of the field trips years ago when we first started going to the Yale Center for British Arts, because I really didn't understand it, and somebody said, come on the field trip. I was really amazed. I went with Stanley T. Williams kids, so they were little. And
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Spectacular.
They do it at the intermediate school too. 'Cause
Yeah.
He went
Right.
twice, I think, with the program.
It's our visual literacy
Yeah.
push, and
Right.
obviously Patty here, a former employee who retired from the district, is
Working.
and he's the liaison now for the museum.
Linda Freelander's just phenomenal.
Thanks. I'd like to move visitors and press up instead of executive session. So visitors and press.
evening. My name is Kaylee Kowaleski, and I'm 11 years old. I'm a 6th grader at North Branford Intermediate School and a Girl Scout cadet. I'm here tonight to mention a safety concern about my bus stop. My bus stop is at the corner of Mansfield Drive and Route 17, and I feel that it is unsafe for myself and the other 16 registered students at that stop. I observe numerous drivers that are distracted, drivers ignoring the traffic lights, and drivers speeding. I have even witnessed one of my friends almost get hit by a car. Another reason I feel the bus stop is unsafe is the multiple sight lines and the many traffic patterns makes it difficult for us as students to get onto the bus safely and without worry. Due to my concern, I decided to research a potential change for my bus stop and to reach out to the public for feedback. I found that the community is also concerned about this bus stop. I have spoken to over 200 community members, and they have all signed a petition I created to move the bus stop back to the circle on Mansfield Drive. I, along with over 200 other community members feel that this is a safer location and a great solution to this safety concern. I am very concerned about my safety and the safety of my friends. I would like the opportunity to speak with whoever is in charge of bus routes, and together we can be proactive instead of reactive to this safety issue. If anyone is interested, I have copies of my petition and copies of concern letters from parents on Mansfield Drive.
Katie, thank you. I'm going to break policy because I'm not supposed to talk, but I'm going to address you. I'd like you to give whatever you have to Mary so she could put it in the minutes. Can you come here for a second?
Watch the courts, please.
So this is our policy on transportation, okay? Over here, it's highlighted, okay? Have your mom send a letter or send an email to Mr. Schoonmaker, and you can copy me on it, and request a transportation hearing. It spells out exactly how you do that, and that's how you get your bus stop looked at, okay? Here you go. Thank you.
Thank you. We've asked several times and gotten several different answers on the procedure. So that's why she's here, because we keep getting mixed messages on what we need to do.
It's highlighted. It's highlighted for you.
We've asked for that many
It's right on the website. If you want a website, it's all right there.
Yep. And the last time that we were here, we were told to fill out a complaint online, and there's no option to fill out a complaint online. And when I called your office, they said to send an email to the Madam Chair, and then they called me back and they said that that wasn't correct for me to drop off a form letter for it to be changed.
There you go.
So it's right there. It's highlighted for you.
Great, thank you.
You did a great job.
Nice job, honey.
Awesome. Well done.
I need a motion to go into executive session.
I'll make a motion to adjourn to executive session as per section 1-225 of the Connecticut General Statutes as permitted by section 1-206 of the Connecticut General Statutes to discuss agenda item 9A, negotiations, status of negotiations between the North Branford Board of Education and the North Branford Federation of Teachers.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
The next regular Board of Education meeting is scheduled for Thursday, February 20th. Just a reminder, we have a budget meeting next Thursday at 6 o'clock here. Can I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Excellent.
Sorry, ladies.
Just a quick meeting, so
Yeah, it's still early.
so it's still not 8 o'clock, so.
Still early.
It's really not.